so that we don't allow or distract the presenter from always coming back to admit people. So if you see anyone trying to join, you can go ahead to admit the person.
Okay, probably well, everyone should take the responsibility, but then who asked on behalf of Edafi for being your brother's keeper? Cyprian, is that
Cyprian.
you?
Yes, I
Okay,
am.
please do justice to admitting people. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, is my screen up?
This? Yes, it's up. We can see it.
All right. Thank you very much. This is 6:39. I love our spirit. I was thinking we'll drag this to maybe 7 o'clock, but since we're here, let's just start. I was having network issues, so I couldn't use. Okay, it's fine. Good evening again. Thank you for being here. Because of the drama that Microsoft team carries on, we would be using just reactions. So if you check, there's a place for reaction. At any point, I need to know if you're following. I would ask for reaction. So I would love to see the emojis. So the chat is disabled because a lot of drama would happen inside there. So today and tomorrow, hopefully, we will be working through building of our portfolio. So about me, I'm a data analyst, a business intelligence analyst, and I'm currently in the supply chain now. Before now, I used to be virtually everywhere. Well, sometimes when you're starting out, you are virtually everywhere until you get your passion, or sometimes it could even be your first entry level role, and you may fall in love with the space. I'm also a Power Platform developer because I love the Power Platform tools, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Pages, and Power Virtual Agent. Virtual Agent. But over the weekend, okay, I think Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Microsoft had a conference, Microsoft Ignite, and they dished out several new features that even virtual agent is now called, I think, Copilot Studio. There are lots of things and features that Microsoft has done on their platform. So I would need to go and catch up with a lot of things, and probably some of my automations would have started failing by now because some things have been rolled off. So Power Platform is a low-code tool. Then I'm also the community lead for Data Scientist Network Port Harcourt chapter. It's interesting how I push people or I encourage people to be data scientists, but I'm a data analyst. Yeah, the data profession is big, so I just decided to choose my lane and remain in my lane. But as opportunity comes, I would still, as time permits anyway, I would still add more feathers. So another thing, I'm a mother of two. So it's interesting anyway. It's interesting. So that is it. I believe, not just hope, we are going to have a wonderful time together. So now we are talking about building your project. You see, the tech space is not a space for certificates per se, because I can have an Udemy course, for instance, and I can be taking the course as long as my laptop is on. You get it's the time to just be completing, maybe except the ones that have quizzes and all that. So it's not just getting a certificate from an online course in Udemy or from Google or from any of those ones. They are good though, but the main thing. If it tells what projects are hands-on, it shows what you can do. Sorry, I need to be sure I'm still here. Okay. Please, if you can still hear me, just use the react button. I think I'll be checking this every 10 minutes. Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let me continue. I may not put this inside slow so that I'll be able to be navigating. Okay, so it's not certificate, it is certificate. So for us in South, sometimes we use pidgin language. So when I want to drive the points home, I would tilt a little bit to that dimension. So it's not certificate, I'm certified. It is certificate, waiting you sabi, waiting you fit do. And because in this tech space, is hands-on. If you say you are a product designer, for instance, we need to see the product that you have designed. We need to see the wireframe and all that. If you say a software engineer, we need to see what you've built. Yes, we at some point, we even need you to make a video of the interactions from one page to another page. Let it not just be the visual pictures we see and how beautiful they are, you get. So it is all about what do you know, what I have done, what you have done, not what I can do, because you can have a powerful go generate CV for you using some keywords, and ChatGPT will brilliantly do it for you. But then when you stand before recruiters, what do you have to show for what you have done? So for today, we'll be using GitHub, but this is not the only place. But let me just talk about it briefly before we get into the practical session. GitHub currently has about 100 million active users. I got my data from TechCrunch. It has about 100 million GitHub active users globally in the world. So if you document your project on GitHub, you have an opportunity to be seen by recruiters, number one. Then number two, there's going to be an added skill set to you, your ability to use GitHub. Like some tech requirements, it's not really a requirement, but it's optional. They may want to know what tech stack, that is what they call it, tech stack, do you know? So there you can say GitHub, you can say even Slack. Some people mention Slack, Trello, and many other tech stack, because they are the things you use for your work. So documenting your project is why I say is a double win, is because one, you get seen or noticed by other active users globally, and then also an opportunity for you to be seen by recruiters. In fact, it's even three. And then another opportunity to demonstrate that you can use GitHub. GitHub has a programming language we call Markdown. When we get to the practical session, we are going to see that. So now, what is a portfolio? I just, okay. I was hoping to ask us our different tech sections. I was hoping to ask us so that I know my audience. But what I have today is that Cyprian, your hand is raised. Imana, your hand is raised. Imola, your hand is raised. I don't know. Do you have any questions? Abi, it was the emoji you wanted to use.
Yeah, it was the emoji we wanted to use earlier.
Okay. Please also help me mute some persons if you can. You know, you're our class captain. Yeah, so
All right.
for today, it's going to be for the data people, but other people that are here that are not data people, I will still show you what is obtainable. So a tech portfolio is a collection of your projects. It can also be your code samples. It can also be other evidences of your technical abilities. It can even be videos you get. So it can help you stand out from your crowd. It can impress your potential employers. It can land your dream job. So it's all about showing yourself. And there are platforms for tech portfolio building. GitHub is the first one we are going to use today and probably tomorrow if we don't finish. Then we have Behance. Do I have a Behance account? I don't know if I have a Behance account, but let me check. I've shared another screen. I don't know if you can see it. I should just share entire window. Can you see another screen? I'm on the Behance website.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. So this is for Behance. It's mostly for UI UX designers. Let me say UI UX designers. It's usually for designing social media, logo people, graphic design, brand identity. So some people even use Canva. So it's as simple as you just sign up. I don't think I have an account. You just sign up or maybe log in. And this is a digital portfolio layout for Sarah, film, something. I think this one is a let's see what they have. So this is like a layout design that's showing you, I believe, is available in Adobe. So the people, all those people that use Figma, this is their blood group, this is their genotype. They know how to work around this place ahead. They know what to do here. So this is seen our project name one. You're able to put your project, you put the pictures of what you've done, and you explain it. This is project name 2. So this is just like let's say templates that are already customized according to what you want to build or how you want to show it. So you're able to come here and then choose a layout and build on it. So there is another one, dribble D-R-I-double-B. Yeah, dribble. So on dribble is also for designs. Like this one is a real estate website concept. Oh Jesus. Whose baby is talking? Cyprian, is your own? I think there is not there. Please, can we just mute, please? Can everyone just mute? Hey, Joe. Thank you. Okay, so this is
I've done
like
that.
thank you. This is like a real estate website concept, and you can imagine someone sends you a link, and you open the link, and you come and see all the things the person has done. So this person is trying to show what he has done and how you can search for it, how you can explore. So this is what the user interface the person built and all that. So this is for the product designers. They call them UI UX designers. I think they have their names. Like I said, those that are really into brand identification and all that. So that's Behance people. CodePen is more for software engineers. Unfortunately, I didn't open it. It's for I think software engineers. They pour all their code there. I remember one time when I was doing I, I learned a basic web design from Free Code Camp. I learned HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I they gave us portfolio projects to do. Yeah, 5 of them. At the point, I didn't know, I didn't really understand what I was doing. I was missing the codes and all that. So I think I just Googled and I landed on Code Pen. And in Code Pen, I saw codes of many people. In fact, that particular project I did, I saw the entire code somebody dropped there. I was like, wow. And I had spent 2 weeks and I was almost 80% of the work. But immediately I saw that one, I just copied back to back. But then, yeah, when you want to copy or steal something, you should add more intelligence to your stealing. So I modified some things, the images and colors and settings and all that. But basically, it was the person's code I used. Then Medium. I think I opened Medium. Did I? Really? Yes. Did I open Medium? Let me see. Medium is good for people that want to go into technical writing. People that want to go into technical writing. Technical writing involves that you have some knowledge of some technical tools and some technical words so that you are able to write about them. Let's say, for instance, iPhone, they want to release a new iPhone 20 and they may need somebody to write about it. So they can give you the phone if you are within the location, or they can maybe make a video of it, or give you an interface of all there is to that product. And then you now write about it. So you can take an image and say this button does this button does this, it does this. Rather, it can be like a review. So there are people who write about products, who write about many things. So Medium is also a platform to show your writing abilities. You can hold your tech write-ups here. I think there's even another one. This is here. You're going to see this one. You're going to see this one. I think I've not even updated this because I've done more projects project this year. You see this one, but what I did was I showed every single step. So this is more like a writing place for me because I love to write. So if you come here and you read everything I've done, it shows you everything from day one. I said day one, sorry, from beginner, how to import data, everything, almost like the same thing I have on my LinkedIn anyway, on my GitHub anyway. But this one is more, I like to just express myself. So sometimes what I do is when I write on Medium, I'll copy everything back to GitHub. Other times when I write on GitHub, I copy everything back to Medium. I also have another portfolio website on Wiz. Maybe we'll look at it tomorrow. But what I'm trying to let you know is that you just need to put up your work somewhere. If, for instance, tomorrow I want to, was when I analyzed my LinkedIn profile. I did this in January rather. So if I want to do again in January next year to see the way I've grown over the last year, and if I've forgotten it, I can simply come here and remember this is how to collect data, the steps, log into LinkedIn, click on so and so. So all the steps are there. So it's going to show me how to, even all these links, it takes me to YouTube channel. It as in everything is here for me. So at any point that I forgot what I did, I can always come back to it. So that's also part of why you document your work, because you may spend 1 month, 2 months trying to achieve a particular project and you submitted it, or even if it's not something for submission, you've moved on, and 1 or 2 months later, or even 4 months later, someone may tell you, I saw something you did, can you tell me about it? And if it's documented somewhere, you can always go back and look at the thought process and continue. So okay, yeah, this was the Medium site. So now, steps in creating your portfolio. For people that, like I said, I don't really know my audience per se, but if we have people who the low, not really like the low portfolio, but the likes of did someone say something? For the likes of data, yeah, we use GitHub. Most of us use GitHub so that we can tell lots and lots of things. So I think I didn't really even talk about GitHub, but when we get into it, we're going to talk about it. Now you choose your platform of choice. Like I've showed you, Medium, showed you Behance. For me, GitHub is preferred for me. not just because of the number of persons. We are going to understand why as we progress. Then I also use LinkedIn for storytelling. Yeah, I use LinkedIn to still talk about this, my project. All my projects on GitHub are also on LinkedIn. Yeah, but I don't write, LinkedIn has like a word limit, and I don't write everything there. I just write and attach the link of my GitHub to my LinkedIn post, the post I'm making about that project, so that by the time you read and stop somewhere, you just come right into my GitHub, and then you see what I've done. So you choose your platform of choice. You select your best project. There are some projects you may do and you may not be proud of it. There are some you may do, you may feel, wow, I really did a lot. I worked so hard for this. I want the whole world to know. Then you show your thought process. You need to be sure that the project is complete. You need to be sure that it is accurate. Your metrics, your key performance indicators, they really make sense. You're sure that everything you put out there has sense and you can defend it because it is open for the whole world to see. You get, and then you need to optimize your portfolio. You need to use the right branding, the right keyword, right headlines. You can't be a data analyst and what you have on your listing in social media manager or management, you get, it may not really do justice to what you say you are doing. Then you need to keep updating your profile. You keep it fresh. Latest updates about you. I'm a victim of this for some months now, 3 or 4 months. I've not really updated my portfolio, maybe because I'm not building project again. What I'm doing is I'm doing more videos. Most of the solutions I build using Power Platform, I make a video to show the interface and how they're being used. So maybe that's why. But you need to at least go back and go and read it. Like last night, as I checked I saw that there was even one. That was my README profile. The spelling of power was wrong. I put double W, and I was like, wow. So this thing has been there since I think since March, and I didn't take note of that. So now GitHub. So what is Git and what is GitHub? What are all these things about? Yeah, GitHub is an open source version control system. So it allows you to track your work. It's more like a collaborative tool. Let's say you see people saying that I work in an industry or in a team of 4, and I'm the only African, or I'm the only Nigerian, or we have people in different spaces, different locations. You get. So the thing is, they may be building a particular product or a project. They want to launch a product or a project, whatever it is they want to launch, or an innovation or a solution. And then it happened that they're in different locations. So sending information what they've built from one person to another person is not possible until, okay, it's not possible, but for Git and GitHub, one of them can upload this entire project on GitHub. GitHub, the name hub, is like the platform for housing all these Gits, all this open source version control. So the person puts it there. There's what is known as commit changes. Every changes, the person does it and sends the link. So another person can just come and maybe add in more features, and it's called commit changes. You commit the changes. So over time, you're able to track each person's work, where the person stopped out, new findings. Even you, if it's a first personal project you are building on, you can come back a year later. If you've gotten an maybe it's a real life project, and then you've gotten a better thought pattern, or you've gotten something more tangible out of that project, you may want to update that particular project. So that is what Git is all about. So it helps you to track over time the success of a project. Is there for life. Well, the truth is all these things are borrowed platform. Yeah, any day, I think was it last year, there was sometime last year that Facebook, all the Mark Zuckerberg platforms went off, I think 2 hours or so, Facebook and WhatsApp specifically, and people migrated to Telegram. So all these things are borrowed platform, but I'm not sure all of them will go off at once. At some point, there may be some interactions, some disruptions rather, but then at the end of the day, it's good that you're having somewhere to host your portfolio. So I was like, okay, let's dive in practically. Now, the things we are going to do, don't see it as a rocket science, because I wish I could really know those of us that are newbies in tech. But for the sake of these people, I would say that there is nothing hidden under the sun, and there is really nothing too bogus. It is just if we commit our minds to it. So the things we are going to be doing, we have a thing, will I call it a documentation? Yeah, most of us, we buy devices. Maybe you bought okay, brilliant. You bought a phone and there is a manual inside the phone, but I know we need to read. A typical African doesn't read. Yeah, I'm sorry to say. That's why I said the typical though, but I know we are not typical people. We are not mediocres. Yeah. So all those papers they put in the books, all those things are like documentation, those manuals, so that you see the things that has been written and know how to use those appliances and all those things. So that is the same thing that GitHub did, because they want people to use their platform very well. They provided resources for people to use. I never can see this particular screen. Can you see the screen? Cyprian? Okay.
Yes, I can.
I'm on GitHub doc. Okay, you can see it. So this is the documentation all about how to write on GitHub. So if you want to make anything the heading, you use one hash. So this thing they've written here, this is the interpretation. So we are going to do it. But why I'm showing you this, so that you see that it is open. Anybody can just even type GitHub documentation and you will see it. So these are the things we are going to apply as we move on with what we want to do. So now, okay, before we talk about the project itself, let's create an account. I'm supposed to create an account, but I don't know if we have our laptops or our project, but let's just go. I should open an incognito, Abby. Can you still see the incognito tab?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The website is www.github.com. Before I go into that, let's use the reaction. If you use any reaction, please, but don't use raising of hand. The other reaction, we have other reactions like thumbs up, love, clap, laugh, surprised, and all that. So if you have a GitHub account, if you open the GitHub account, let me see your reaction. Okay. No let me waka come. So no one has a GitHub account, Abi. Okay, Tosin Emmanuel has a GitHub account. I think he's the only one I'm seeing here. Not that person here. Okay, Wealthy has. Oh, great. Wealthy has. Wealthy and Tosin. Okay. So are we with our laptops? Mikal, pardon me if I didn't pronounce your name well. Mikal has GitHub account. Okay. It's simple. It's just as the way, I don't think there was anybody that hosted a tutorial for us on how to use Facebook, Abi. We just saw Facebook, we logged in, created accounts, and began to use it. So that is the same thing with GitHub. And the beauty of this thing is that GitHub keeps, oh my God, a lot has changed. They keep, I don't know, I don't want. Yeah, they keep changing their interface. I know when people come in here, it may look, what is this? What is this? Recently, they added Copilot. Copilot is like an assistant, an AI assistant that helps you. Maybe if you don't know how to code, you can describe what you want it to do, and it can bring it for you. But remember I said is a co-pilot. Look at it, GitHub Copilot. They enable developers to complete tasks 55% faster with conceptualized AI coding assistance across workflow. It's not when you understand coding that you now need an assistant. So if you're not yet a pilot, why will you not need a co-pilot? You get. So what they are after is after productivity. That's why they're saying it to make you 55 times clinical faster. You get. What they're after is productivity, not really, in developer productivity, exactly. 52% increase in productivity. Not really all about AI will take your job, will replace you, because I know that kind of argument has been ongoing for a very long time. So normally when you come to the website, you see sign in. I have an account. So if I sign in, I will go just in. You can see sign up here. So for those of us that do not have, we can sign up. You can also come here and do sign up. I don't a free enterprise trial. I don't know what this is, but let me try and use another email, an email that I use, but I'm not too serious with it anyway. If anything, if I'm done, I may want to delete it, or I may want to, let me get the right email address. A minute, I'm checking my phone. Okay. Oh. abdigitalspot@gmail.com. Yeah, this, okay, let me go sign up. Let me see. I think that email address is, okay. Welcome to GitHub. Let's begin the adventure. Okay, this is the email address. My people, let me be double sure in case they give me a code, in case they send a code, because sometimes authentication and all that. Don't mind us, so they like get plenty email address for cases like this. abdigitalspot@gmail.com. Fine. Okay, let's continue. Create a password. Ooh. Okay. So as you're creating the password, it will be telling me that my password may be compromised. Maybe it's not long enough. Let me try. I want a strong password. As you're creating it, it will be letting you know. Or not. Yeah, password is strong. Please let me note this thing down. Let me note it down. Oh, I've actually forgotten them. Sorry. Let me note this thing down. That I would. I think I can remember this one now. Okay, sorry, I needed to write it down. Oh. Okay, continue. Enter a username, very important. Let me just use AB digital. AB digital. Additional AB digital. Username AB digital is not available. Maybe someone has used it. Digital sports is available. Okay, fine. So you are seeing is interacting with you because you need a unique username. So if you share the same username with someone, it will prompt you so that you will know the one that is available. So our username is AB Digital Sport. I need to write it down also. I need to note it because I would need it when I want to create my profile. So continue. Would you like to receive update and announcement through email? I go through my email, but if I say no now, I don't know whether you people. Okay, continue. Username. Would you like to receive of answered verify account? Please solve this puzzle. Jesus. I already have an account too, but just because I want to guide us through, that's why I'm doing this. But let's just do it. Use the arrows to rotate the animal to face in the rotation of the hand. These are the arrows, Abby. Okay. How do they do this one again? Use the arrows.
No, you have to click on the arrow. Just click on it, yes.
Oh, Texas in the mud. To rotate in the animal to face in the direction of the hand.
Yes, it's correct. Yes, yes. It's correct. I just did mine. It's correct.
Okay, I will not verify account. Create account. Let's go there. Okay, let me check my mail. Launch code. Wow, we are here now. We are here now. How many team members will you be working with? This is really important. Oh yeah, let's be doing. That's why we are here. Let me just say 2 to 5. Are you a student or a teacher? I shall leave us. Continue. Hey, Jesus. Can't I skip? Continue, please. Hey, a lot of wonderful things are here. When I was using continue for free, very important. Okay, yeah, there is a free side, and there is a paid side. This one $4 per user per month. It's not really expensive. 2 gig of package storage. This one is 500 MB. Code owners draft pull request. Well, technology people are selling their their products now, so it's not bad. But let's just continue for free. When I had my account, there was none of this. I think my account has been there for 2 years plus now. So we are there. We are there. Let it initialize. We are there. We are there. Wonderful. 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 Okay. So now we have to create our repository. What is repository? Create your first project. Ready to start building. The thing is, when you're using a new platform for the first time and you don't understand some things, don't feel this thing is too hard or too difficult. Read. Men and brethren, read. Tell your neighbor, read. When you read, it will help you. Yeah. So a repository is just like a house where you are now going to put those your projects. So this is a platform, but each platform we have each repository. Let me explain. Like you have a house, you get. So this is a house. You have a house, and inside that house you have different rooms. You get, and inside that room you have different furnitures and different things inside. So that is it. That is a repository. And then you can start. They say start writing a repository. It's either you create a repository or you import the one someone has done. So create is here. Create is here. But what we want to do is, let me show you. I'm using, this is the Google Incognito, right? Okay. Let me use the main one. I hope it should open my own GitHub. Okay, this is my, this thing has changed though. No. So when you get, well, the way sometimes if it's a project that made you come to my LinkedIn, you will go straight to any of those projects. For instance, this project, this is the interface it will bring. But then if you are coming maybe from my LinkedIn, you just my name, just my link, not any specific product. This is what you're going to see. So this is like the front page. So let's have an overview of what they are. This is telling me the number of repositories I have. 38. I don't try sharp. There are project packages and stars. Well, many people have not given me stars. You can put your pictures. You just come to this place, your profile. I think here you can do all those things. Maybe we'll do it in that place. Then This is just all about me. I have 25 followers. I don't try share. Brilliant. Okay, let me just open this link. I think this is another of my portfolio we are going to look at tomorrow, hopefully. Then this takes you to my LinkedIn. You see, all these things are clickable. This takes you to my LinkedIn. So this is just my user interface. This also takes you to my LinkedIn. Then you can pin your repository. You won't have all these things in your own because you don't have any repository. So when you have many, like I have 38, so I can choose the best 6 that I want people to see. If you check, this one has gotten 5 stars. This one, somebody has shared it, or they call it fork, F-O-R-K. Someone has forked it to his or her. People come to check what you are doing. So now, last year, this year I've not really been doing much. See gap between April and August. So any day you work on GitHub and you commit, it's called commit a repository, or you commit changes, whatever you do, it comes here as a contribution for you. So you're contributing to this space. You get, so if you are, there is what is called open source. Open source is you've done something and you bring it out for the entire public to see. And you may be fortunate, someone may like what you've done and then decide to maybe pay you for doing something like that. So similar activity, you are able to see, okay, I don't have within this period in October. Yeah, look at October, I didn't really do much. So all your contributions, it's going to, yeah, this has been, I think 2021, I didn't really do much. I started in April 30th. I think it was 2022 I did the most. Yeah, 2022 I did the most this year. I tried still. I tried within March and April. Okay, so now we are going to build this README. That's what we are going to build. So it's different from what we have in our incognito. You get, this is what we have as our home page. So they've already told us, introduce yourself with a profile README. And this is what I want to do. I want us to create it. So it's already there. So we'll click on create. Now you see it has already given us some lines. Hi, I am this, I am interested in this, I am this and this. So let's click on create. It's a brief moment. Let me take water while it's creating. There was my video. Okay, when I created my own README, I literally started from beginning. To be honest, I literally started from beginning. But thank God for co-pilots. So we are able. A lot of things have been made easier for us. So you see now there is hi. AB Digital Sports. I think I can even preview this thing so that we'll see how it looks like. Okay. Now we are on edit. You can actually edit this thing. I'm going to do it, but I don't want to type anything yet so that you will see. Look at preview. I can preview this thing. Look at, if you preview it, this is the way it's going to look like. So I can come back to edit and say, hi, I'm AB Digital Sports. I can remove this. I can even make all of them in capital letter. Yeah, so just freestyle, I'm interested in, can just write anything in data science and machine learning. These things can be edited. So even if for the sake of this class, you are just writing things randomly from your head, it's fine. You can write it and commit changes. Then after tomorrow, you take your time and write some wonderful things you want to write. I'm currently learning, well, right now I'm not learning, but even if I say I'm currently learning data analytics or data analysis with Dahel Techies. Yeah, this is about you, so it's personalized.
We are not seeing your screen, no. We are only hearing, but we're not seeing what we are doing immediately.
Hey.
I can see it from here.
I can see it also. I can see.
I can see
I can see it now.
Oh,
I can see your screen. Yeah.
Okay.
I can see your screen, ma.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, the person that cannot see, sorry, maybe your network. Don't be angry. If you're there, Jesus, that thing has cleaned. No, I love that flower. I cannot clean like that. I'm looking to collaborate on beginners project. No, I can just say life data. English is becoming hard, but you understand. To collaborate with startup founders. See, it's about you. It's about you, but I'm just here to give you guidance and business owners. How to reach me? Okay. You can put your phone number if you want, but I won't advise that. So I would advise you put your social media link wherever.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I was wondering if I'm the only one.
I think it's the same. It's the same. Over.
Sorry, that area she says, is it continue for free or start for free? That area while trying to register the GitHub.
Are you still in creating for free?
Yeah, I just want to know,
Yeah,
is it start for free or continue for
free? Yeah, continue for free. You want to pay them $4? Use the free session.
Okay.
But if you're a rich kid, if you dash them money. Where are we? Okay, I wanted to get my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so we'll be opening plenty tabs. So I really do pray that network will be gracious unto us. So how to reach me? Like I said, it's best you put your social media handles, LinkedIn preferably. If you have any other portfolio projects, you can use it, or your email address, but please don't put your phone number. Yeah, wise people, I know you understand digital technologies. So if you put it like this, it's not going to interact. Okay, let's preview it. Let me show you. Let me just show you the preview. Whatever you are doing, you can preview and see the way it looks. Now, if I do have to reach me, it will work. As I already put my hand here, my cursor rather here, you see that down here, if you watch, you see that the link has showed there. So I did the right thing, but I needed to put something inside. So how to put a link in, like I said, this is the programming language, or not, it's a programming language. The programming language that GitHub uses is called Markdown, Markdown, Markdown. You get. So I said that there are resources or documentation that GitHub has put already. So these are the resources. At any time we are doing this live thing, if I maybe make a mistake in any of my code and I get an error, I'll come back here to look for how it's going to help me. You get. So you can memorize. Memorizing it is not the word anyway, but the more you use it, the more you know how it works. So to put a link, look at it, the link is very long, www.linkedin.com, data and blah, blah, blah. But when you preview it, you're not going to see that link. Instead, this is what you're going to see. So that is because I have put it in this bracket. You have this, what is it called? Is it four corner or square bracket? Beautiful. While the link is in the other bracket. All these names. So I can say how to reach me. I can say on, okay, I can just put only LinkedIn. LinkedIn. there inside that inside that square bracket. So let's preview. So now I said how to reach me is now on LinkedIn. So watch again. The square bracket. Should I zoom this thing more than this? The square bracket is where I put LinkedIn. Then the link that I want for them, that when they click, they get to, I put it in brackets. That's the way this programming language works. So now this comma, no, is this called accent? Pardon me, I don't know the names of all these things. This thing shows that it is a end of a section. So this thing is not going to show. But let me say I want to add more things. I want more things to show. I can still keep writing. Put the dash and space. I can say I love communities. I love communities. What again? I think that will be fine. We can't do everything in one day like that. So preview. Let's preview it. You see the one I wrote, I love communities. I didn't put an emoji, but this is how it is. I can go back. Now, if you are done, you are satisfied with the whole thing you have written, and you are good to go. Okay, yeah, there are more things to write. Yeah, I just remembered. Let me peep. Let me peep. Let me peep. Let me peep. Okay, yeah. I even made, okay, my name is even big, you see, and this thing is also big. So let's do it that way. Then let's add our skill set. Yes, 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 beautiful. Back to incognito. Okay. I said my name is big, so let me make it big. If you want to make something big, you use 1H. For those of us that have not H, rather hash. For those of us that have done some programming language, I think HTML. This is my laptop. Here's the hash again. No. Not seeing hash here, people of God. Okay, I've seen it. Yeah. Should not laugh at me. I'm using a new device. See me struggling to get hash. This is serious. Jesus. This is where I've seen it. So one hash should be able
Is
to
a
give us
shift. Hash
shift
should be
3.
shift 3. Shift 3.
3, yeah, thank you. Let me preview. I've put one hash. Let me see. You cannot do this thing without data. You'll be doing it with your data. You see, you need to be previewing so that you can see what you're doing. Brilliant. Have you seen now? Our first line is now bigger and bolder. You see? Now let me let me write something else and use H2. Let me use 2 hash. I'll be 2 hashes this time. Let's preview. Please load. Oh, it's taking time to load though. Are we still here? Is anyone doing similar thing?
Sorry, I had I have a GitHub account before now, but I don't have that special repo. I don't know how to get to it.
Well, people that raised hand that they have this thing. It's not everyone that has this this thing. Let me just check. This thing is still loading. Why? Oh Jesus. Thank God. Okay, so now you see this H1, the first heading is bigger. So this is the second heading. You see, there are differences. So depending on what you want to do, and after a heading, see, it has given me a line under because it understands that this is a heading. So after a heading, the next one. And because I've also used the hash symbol, it has already identified this as a heading too. So let me just add more. I'm not going to type this. I'm going to copy and paste. I copied my readme this thing. So let me just, I wrote many wonderful things. So let me just copy and paste. So you can even write all these things because of maybe network. You can write all these things in your Microsoft Word and then just copy and paste and do a little adjustment. Don't mind me using that word massing. I could have just said my work tools. Okay, to bullet points, you can use dash. Okay, let's preview. Let's preview. Okay. Are you seeing the way it's coming out now? Are you seeing? So I think I'm done with this so that we don't spend so much time here. We have a whole lot of things to do. So if I want this thing to be saved so that when I go offline or whatever, I'm not going to lose it, I'll come and say commit changes. So once you commit changes, you're going to see this thing. So it's asking me if I should create a README. Yeah, I like it like this. I don't want to add any other description. Just commit my changes for me. Okay, just committed the changes. Let's go to my profile. Let's see how it's going to look like. Brilliant. Did you see it now? So it has come here. So I can choose to edit profile and add pictures. I can choose to add name here. I can choose to add a bio. Who am I? Remember that you can always do these things. So I know that we like hands-on. We want to do it now, but everything is editable. You can always edit it. Pronouns, if you want to identify, you can say I'm a she or her. Company, if where you're working, can add location. Like if you check my own, you see that I put my location Port Harcourt. I had a portfolio website. I put. If you want to put your LinkedIn, you put. Want to put Twitter, you put. Want to put being anything. My brother is a free word. I'll be my sisters and my brethren. You save. So wow, I joined 22 minutes ago. I don't make them. So you can add your pictures, change your avatar. Do I have any picture in this laptop? So it brings you to this place where it's the same thing we did. Public email. Okay. If you want your email to be public, it's still doable. So this is the same thing as we did that time. Edit pictures, upload a photo. Do I have a picture here? No. Even the hashtag here did not even bring. Hope we are still here. set the profile
Yes.
picture. Your profile picture
Yes,
has been updated.
Yes, please.
It may take a few minutes to update. Okay, update profile. Remember, when you finish, either you click on commit changes or you update your profile. Good. So let's view our profile. Though it has told us that it may take a few minutes, but I can see here it has changed here. Let me just I should have not used this thing. No, this is not their name of man now. Let me not look for plenty troubles. Okay, when I'm done with this, I'm going to delete this thing. I will delete it so that don't worry, boy. We understand what's happening here. That's the most important thing. Okay, you may be wondering why I have a black. I customized my theme to black. I customize it to black and I like it. Is in settings. Something like that to show you light theme or dark theme. Okay, let me assist those that already have a GitHub account and they did not set this up. Okay, for us that use technology by God's grace, I know that if we see something like this pencil mark, we know that it means that it can be edited, you get. So let me come back home. What network am I using? Why is it slow? It's 4G. Okay, so if you see this thing, it means you can edit. So this README, you can always come back to it that we just created. You can always come back and edit it. Yeah, like I said, everything is editable. Even your pictures, you can come back and edit it. So for those people that already have GitHub account, but they did not have this README file, now watch out. You're going to create a repository. My username is Amarachi. So the name of my repository is going to be Amarachi. The same thing we did here. The username is AB Digital Sports. The name of the README is still going to be AB Digital Sports. Once you do it, it will know that you want to create a similar portfolio. So since you are testing with this, let's test with this. You can come here and do your repository. I'm supposed to create a repository, but let's see. See, because we did this README file, we check our repository, we have one already. Let me see your repository. Okay, we updated 6 minutes ago. So we want to create a new repository. Remember I said repository is like your house. So now it's going to ask me the name. If I was doing, which we are going to do now, if I'm going to upload a project, we are going to write according to the name of that project. But I want to do a README profile. This is for those people that had already created their account and they want what we've done now. So the name of my repository is going to be my username exactly. Once I do it, because of the AI features or the way this platform is built, it will use its intelligence to know that it is my profile I want to build. And let me see if it's going to say anything. You see, watch out. It said the repository AB Digital Sports already exists on this account. And then it has told me that AB Digital Sports / AB Digital Sports is a special repository that you can use to add a README MD. That MD means markdown to your GitHub profile. Make sure it's public and initialize it with a README to get started. So I won't be able to create this because it already exists. You get. So for those people that already have an account before now, if you want to create the profile we just created, the README profile that talks about who you are, what you're going to do, create a new repository and let the name of the repository be the same as your username. Once you do that, you're good to go. So you come to this place, make it public, add the README file, very important, click this place, then do create repository, and you're good to go. So I will leave this place because I don't want to create this repository. So if there's anyone that has any questions right now to this place we have, I think the person can ask the question. Chinalum, are you asking? Do you want to ask a question? Your hand is raised.
Yes, ma'am. Ask a question.
Go ahead.
Ma, what if you don't have projects you've worked on? Can you still go ahead and create a GitHub account?
Yes, please. I don't even want to hear they don't have a project. No, it is wrong. Okay, let's say you don't have. Thank God for class like this. So what you will do is just create your profile and stop at where we are going to stop today. No, where we're going to stop now, or where we are currently. Just stop here. Then the essence of this class is so that you know that you need a portfolio project. So if you've done many projects and you cannot even remember, it happened to me. I was just doing my thing. I did not even remember that I could maybe possibly share it online for people to see. So what you will now do is you will now need to do a fresh project. And when you now do the fresh project, please, you still pay attention to what we are learning so that as you are doing the project, there are certain things you are going to do so that when you finish the project, when you want to now document it, it's going to be easy. So it's beautiful that you don't have a project. You are here. It will even save you lots of time so that by the time you start building your project, you are thinking through. You already know that at the back of your mind that this project I'm building, I want to document it. So because you want to document it, you save images as you build along. You will write as they are building. You'll be writing maybe on a paper to enable you that when you now want to write it on GitHub, you won't start thinking, you won't waste time. So it will make you think. So let's continue. You're going to find out several things you need to keep in place before you upload your project. Yeah. So, and if you're just building this account for the first time, I don't think you need to share the link with anybody for now until you have uploaded at least 1 or 2 portfolio projects and you beat your chest and say, this project fine, I like it. As in, with your full chest, you like this project, you are so proud of it. That's when you can send it out. So any other questions? Let me see the people.
Ma, yes, I have a second question, ma.
Okay. Why can't I see everybody? Go ahead.
My second question is this. Is it wise to share on GitHub a project that, like for instance, I did a project with a group member or some of my group members during my Tech Trail Academy, and if I want to like maybe probably share that project on GitHub, do not look like I am sharing a general information as a personal something. So projects like that, how do I go about it?
You can document project like that as long as you are part of the people that did the project. But the thing is not the way you tell the story around the project. I am trying to get to a project we built in a group. Oh, did I delete it? Holiday SQL project, right? 30 days of learning. Comment, please. Maybe I deleted it. I deleted it. Even in my CV at one time when I was applying for a job, and the job tailored, it has some they called it, is it analytic developer? That was how that course, that was how that title was. But they needed someone that was a data analyst and also have knowledge of software development. So at that point, I had a team. We worked on a project in the Women Textiles and we built an app actually, and we tested it. But the thing is that I was not the core person. So in part of what I was telling them, I let them know that I had worked in a team and we achieved that thing. I even mentioned, I think we used MIT, forgotten the name, is it MIT Inventor, so to do that analysis. So it's just the way you tell the story, but to be on the safe side, there are many projects. The more you even build projects, the better for you. It will be best to take your time, dedicate your time, and build your own personal project by yourself and document. If you are struggling to build project, I think Dahel Techies, in their classes, there's a place for capstone projects.
I can't hear you anymore, ma. Is it from my end?
It's same here.
Hey.
Can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yes, ma.
Okay. Okay. So I was saying it's just best to build the right project you build by yourself. I'm trying to see something. When I was with this organization, most of the projects we did in group, WT Women Testers, I uploaded them. Yeah, maybe since I now have many other things I did by myself, I deleted those ones. So this Hamoye, this thing is a group work. It's a group work. It's not my personal thing, but it's here in my portfolio and I can talk about it. This technical writing is someone that wrote it, but this is a resource. So there is what is known as fucking a repository. Someone can say this is my repository, this is what I've done. So just like copy and paste. So instead of copying from that person and pasting on your own, there is what is known as fucking a repository. It's not what I can do here. I would need another repository to do that. So if you come here, you will see it was this one. You see that the owner of this thing is Cynthia Peter. Cynthia Peter. And the name of the repository is Technical Writing Resources. But because I read it, I liked it, I forked it, and it now became my own. It is now on my own space. So I have access to it. The same thing with this one. So when I was with this organization, we built is a women testers organization. Look at it, and in it, blah blah blah. We did a group work, I think 2 group works, and they were all uploaded into the women testers repository. And I think they're saying they have 75 repository. At that time, I think I even forked the repository to have in my own because I was part of it. And what we also did was we listed the names of everyone that did that project and also their LinkedIn portfolio. That was, I think, 2021. Yes. But because I have grown beyond that thing, I removed it. I now have some personal things that are within my space. So if you are starting out, you may still want to put out the group work, but come on, it shouldn't be static. It should be growing. So when I was a child, according, sorry, let me put the Bible. When I was a child, I think like a child, but now, now I have grown up. So you should be able to do projects that speaks to what you have done alone, so they can beat your chest and defend it. So any other question before we get to the second phase? And as I'm asking these questions, I'm believing that most of us are completing our or they're trying to reach where we are. Well, do you have a question?
Hello, yes, I do have a question. Okay.
Okay.
First, I don't know if GitHub has you have to subscribe. Then, but I think the issue I have was in LinkedIn, so it was asking for subscription and all that. So I don't know, how do you go about it with do you pay for subscription for LinkedIn or is it LinkedIn, and do you pay for subscription for it?
No, everything is free. We just created a free account now. Everything is free.
Okay. But if someone is linking, because from what I see on the LinkedIn, if you don't subscribe to it, that's on there's a lot of limitations. So I don't know, how do you go about it? Do you apart from this GitHub? So how about LinkedIn? How do you go about it? Do you subscribe?
Are you saying LinkedIn or LinkedIn?
Yes, LinkedIn. I think I'm sorry.
LinkedIn. Yeah, yes. LinkedIn, social media. LinkedIn is free. GitHub is free also. So when you get your LinkedIn profile, you just copy it. You can connect your LinkedIn profile with GitHub. It's free.
Okay.
Cyprian, your question.
Hello, ma. Okay. Thank you very much, ma. Earlier on, when you're talking about the repository, you're talking about those who have created their accounts before. Then when you, from this account you just created, when you typed in that same name, it was showing that it already existed.
Yes.
Yeah. So
because
for those,
okay, sorry,
ma.
ask your question.
I'm listening, ma. No, I'm listening.
No, ask your question so that I don't cut
you. Now you were telling those who have created before that if they don't really have that that page that was showing in this new one we just created in theirs, that there is a way they could do it. How did you say they were going to do it? Because if they are also typing in that same name, won't it be showing that it has already existed? Or that's what I just want to know.
No. Okay. Some people can create a GitHub account and just upload your repository without actually creating a README profile. So which I'm sure that these people did. What we just did now is we created our README profile, our personal profile. So that's what I said, that the personal profile has the same, it must have the same username, the same name with your username. That is what will tell GitHub that this is your README profile. So for those that have created accounts without a README profile, they can now create their accounts by creating a repository. When you create the repository, you use the same name, and that process you are able to create your README account. I don't know if you understood to that point. Let me see if we can look for some people. Let me see who are the people I'm following. I don't know if this is wrong, but let's do it. This person is following me. Okay, Florence is following me. If you check Florence, you will not see her README profile. Did you notice? Can you hear me?
Yes, dear, we can hear you.
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I was asking a question and nobody spoke. So I said, look at this person's profile, Florence. If you check, you won't see her README profile, right?
Yes,
ma'am. So there are people who created, she even has about 29 repository and she has been active almost since 2018, Jesus. She has been active, you see, though she does not have followers or co, but she does not have a README profile. So if she wants to create her README profile, her username is Ogene Yore. Sorry for Orubu people if I mispronounced it. So this is her username. So the repository she's going to create will have this same username. That is now what will make GitHub know that that is a profile README. You understand now? Let me see if I can check another person. Ebenezer. Let me see Ebenezer. These are the people that are following me. See, Ebenezer does not also have. There are so many people that don't even know about this. There are so many people that don't have. If I check these 25 people following me, you see that most of them may not have. Emmanuel should have. I've personally taught Emmanuel this thing. Of course, I know Emmanuel should have. I know Emmanuel personally. I've taught him this thing. So you see, even when test time, my Emmanuel finished work. This is README profile. So you see his README profile before you will now begin to see his repositories. You get. So that is it. So for those people that have already created their profile and they don't have a repository, you can just create a new repository, which I'm going to do again. I'll show us one more time how to do that. So let's go back to our incognito. Okay. So here, I said new. When you click on new, we're already in repository. That's why it's showing new. Now let the name of my username is AB Digital Spot. Let it be the same thing as my repository name. Once it's the same thing, it will tell me that it already exists. That is because I've created it now. You remember, this is the one we created. This is the one we
Now I
created.
understand.
We
All right.
use the speech. Thank you. Don't mention. One more question so that we will progress. Many people are raising hands. So Jesus, Cyprian, and well, they bring down your hand. Paul Elua.
Okay, thank you. In the course of answering Cyprian on, I'm clear, so thank you.
All right, Winifred, are you clear?
Yes, good evening, ma. I just wanted to ask about this the repository. Although you cleared that one, but I know I followed up. But I ended somewhere where I saw was supposed to be readme angle, and someone asked previously if since we are new that she hasn't done any projects, and you said you don't, so you shouldn't be saying that. But exactly, should we just leave it for now until we start getting projects so that we can amp it up?
Yeah, I said it that even those that already have projects, they may not be able to even upload their project now, because the thing I'm going to teach you in the next, I think in the next 1 hour, 30 minutes, will make you think, will make you brainstorm. So you won't just want to put out something that is not quality. So the essence of learning this thing is, if over time you've been doing data for several months and you don't have a project, or you have, is in your laptop, is your file, and is not on GitHub, you can go back, think over the thought process of those projects, and coordinate yourself and the whole thing and bring on GitHub. If you can't, it's fine. You can do it afresh. You get, but now you now know that, will I say, you are seeing the end of something from the beginning. So before you do any project, the end thereof is this project is going to be documented. So because you know that the project is going to be documented, you are going to take time to not just do the project, but to take time to write out everything. So please, this is 8 o'clock already. We've done 1 hour, 30 minutes. So let's go to the next phase. Let's go to the next phase. Now the next phase is our project thought flow or thoughts pattern. Now for every project, you need to introduce the project. You need to talk about the problem statement. Why are you analyzing the data? If you're a data analyst, if you're a data scientist, why are you building the model? You get. So what everything we are doing is to solve problem, business problem. So why are you doing that? And where is your data coming from? You need to know. You understand? And another thing this project documentation does for you is it makes someone know that you are detailed, you are thorough, you know what you are doing, you are coordinated, you get ahead. So you should be able to tell the skills you learned while doing the project, or the concepts you demonstrated while building the project. Then you should be able to analyze the data, you should be able to visualize the data, and you should be, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. You should be able to have your insights and recommendation. Now, to make these things easier, I have a Microsoft Word. I just copied one of my projects and pasted here, which was on sales performance analysis. So that's why I said that even if you don't have a project now, or even if you have projects you've done, but you've not uploaded it, you will need to go and think. What are you thinking? You need to think out, okay, how do I introduce this project? So if you check, I can say this is my introduction. My introduction is, this is a project that shows my ability to query data from AdventureWorks database using SQL. Well, I did this project with SQL and Power BI. So with this alone, you will know what this project is all about. The topic is sales performance. And then I'm telling them that after I query this data with AdventureWorks using SQL, I use Power BI to import, analyze, and visualize. And I attach this picture. But because we are dealing with data and you need to be conscious with every data or information you use, I went on to tell them that the picture below is gotten from the FreePix website. Now, my introduction, I began to talk about it. This is an analysis of blah, blah, blah. It is done by analyzing data from blah, blah, blah. I analyze, in SQL, I don't know if you've used, if most of us know SQL. If you don't know, it's no problem. I analyze data from, these are the names of the tables, dim dimension, dim this, dim that. This system I'm using, I don't have SQL installed. So I won't even go deep into that. So at the end of my introduction, I put a disclaimer. I told them that this is not a real company, as we know that Adventure Work Database is compiled by Microsoft for learning purposes. You get. So anyone coming to see this work, we know that this is what, it is not really a real company, but it has data that has been provided, and I was able to work on the data and analyze the data. And by the way, thank God I remembered, if we are doing anything data is very critical. Data is very, very confidential. So the only thing you are permitted to post in the public space should be data you analyzed from a public space data. I don't know if you understand. Like we'll go to on Cargo to download data set, or as you're doing any training with maybe Tech Trade, Dahel Techies, any boot camp, and they give you data set and tell you analyze this data. Those data that are open source, that are everywhere. So you can analyze those data and put it on GitHub. What you're trying to do is to show people what you can do and have done. But if you now begin maybe freelancing, for instance, or even an employment, and you are employed to do an analysis, come on, you can't. In fact, for freelancing, you sign non-disclosure agreements that you're not going to disclose anything you have done. You're not going to disclose it with anybody. Talk more of bringing it in a public space. You can be sued for that. So thank God I remember. So whatever thing you are putting in GitHub, LinkedIn, anywhere, let it be the normal data we get online from any source, or maybe the one you got from yourself. Now, problem statement. I went on to tell them that the goal of the analysis, remember, is a sales performance analysis. So this is to tell you that you need to be thorough in what you're doing. You need to really understand the current job I do now. The interview was less than 30 minutes. It was a virtual interview. And I walked them through my inventory analysis project. They were like, let's see, do you have experience in this? While they were yet speaking, I didn't even bother talking too much. I just opened my GitHub there and then, shared my screen, and walked them. By the time they read, they too, everybody they're just hands off. So it shows you know what you're doing. Now I told you that we're doing sales performance analysis, right? So now I'm telling you the problem statement, what I think is the problem I want to solve by doing this analysis. The goal of this analysis is to determine the current market demand for products and how it varies by region, to know current sales performance, to identify areas where sale is lacking and could be improved, to discover target market or good, blah, blah, blah. Please let me take commercial break. Let me take water. This is 8:05. Yeah, sorry. Let me take a commercial break. Just give me 4 minutes. 8:10, 8:09. I should be here. Sorry, I want to drink water.
Honestly, it's becoming scary. Becoming so scary to be a data analyst.
I can tell you.
You have to be reading all the time. You have to
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
No. I hope the recording will be available. Okay.
Bros, you
Okay,
can just major on one thing and let the rest be.
Kilele, what is going on?
We are trying to douse the tension while we wait for you.
Don't be tensed, eh? It's simple. Don't be tensed, eh? Fear thou not. Okay. Where were we? English. English is sweet. Oh, where were we? Very sweet. Okay. Then I talked about skills and concepts demonstrated. Yeah, I remember I told you that I used SQL first. So SQL, I didn't do so much. I did simple things. So I used select statements, alias, views. Don't worry. If you don't know SQL, fine, no problem. See, even if it's a project, who is making notes? Cyprian, help me. Thank you. So even if it's Excel, I have a project I did in Excel. That was my very first analysis. And I think even at the time, someone messaged me on LinkedIn because I put my GitHub link on my LinkedIn profile. So someone went from my LinkedIn profile to GitHub and all my repository, the young man read it. And I sent him a message that so analysis you did, one of the insights you gave is wrong. I shot to the person, bros. Now when I first start data 2 years ago, now I do that project. As it be, just leave it there. I don't even know where the data is to come and start reading the project and to even start reasoning if what you said I did was wrong or not. So I didn't even have time to come and start saying, sir, that thing is right or it's not right. I just shouted in that was my early beginning, and that was even my first work. So even if it's Excel, we need to know the concept. Excel has different concepts. It can be pivot table. You use pivot table. It can be they have many data analytics stuff, data validation, conditional formatting. See, there's nothing that is that. In fact, there is something you know that another person may not know. So don't have that imposter syndrome and come and start saying it's not Excel. Everybody uses Excel. No, everybody does not use Excel. Everybody does not know Excel. But because you are maybe in a tech community and people use Excel, you now feel that everybody know. You know way more than some persons. Yeah, just that you're not believing in yourself. So that is that with SQL. There are some projects that I did with only Power BI. There are some I use even Python. There are some I use both Python, both Power BI, both Tableau, both SQL. So you just, for me as a person, I love excellence. You get. So if I do an analysis with Power BI and I get a particular insight, I would like to do that same analysis with Python to see if I will get the same insight. I also like to do that same analysis with maybe Tableau. I would still like to also do it with Excel. That is to show you that all these things are tools. We're just mentioning them, names, they are tools. But the end product is, do we use them as tools to solve problem and to what degree? So you can go into an organization. The organization I work for currently, we don't use Tableau at all. We don't even use SQL. So we use Excel and Power BI. And I was just wondering, I keep myself learned too much. No, you never can tell where you will go to in the next 1 month, 2 months, or even your need for freelancing. So that's why we learn these things. Yeah. Sorry if I'm I'm not diverting anyway, but we need to know these things. So for Power BI, the concept I used were I created calculated columns. So someone seeing all these things, we know that I am not a beginner in Power BI. So I'm not just doing drag and drop, but I'm able to even use calculated columns. I'm able to create KPI. I'm able to use DAS, which most people don't know how to use. I'm even able to perform advanced DAS, you see, to source statistical measures. And I was able to model data. and I was able to use measures, filters. So by the time you put all these things, the people know that you know what you're doing. Well, this data source can come first before skills and concept. I think after problem statement should be your data source. Yeah, you can rearrange it. So my data source, I let them know that I got it from adventure work. I studied the schema. There's what is schema. If you know SQL, you understand all these things. So, but don't worry about it. I even gave them a link where they can watch a YouTube video and install the adventure works database in case they want to carry out the same project. That is for data source. Then I began to talk about the data transformation, the steps I did, all the things I did. This is my SQL, this thing. And as I was doing them, I saved them as picture. I hope we know how to screenshot. For me, I use a Windows laptop. I think I use the start shift and X. I press it together. Let me see if it will work. Yes, it has worked. Start, shift, and S. It brings out a sniping tool, and I can use it to snipe whatever place I want. Some people use print screen, but print screen will print the entire screen. So I prefer sniping tool. So come on, with technology, a lot of things are easy. I can just come to this thing and say how to use sniping tools. Oh, I shouldn't even be doing this. We are bigger than this, Nabi. So I can say how to use, or I had to screenshot on my laptop. You can put the mod there. You will get it. But for me, I use the start button, the shift and S at once, and I'm able to screenshot. So because I know that I'm going to document my project, so any step I do on whether it's my SQL management server, I screenshot and I save it as picture in my laptop. That's what I do. So all my distance, I screenshot them and save as images. Don't worry, we're going to upload all these things right now in GitHub. This is when I was moving to Power. So this is my Power BI interface. When I went to my this is my Power BI when I was not selecting all the tables, because when you connect your SQL to Power BI, you're going to all your tables in SQL because you're in a database. So what you do, you now select the main tables that you need for your analysis. And then instead of to always transform your data. If you don't know what we are talking about, maybe you've not used Power BI, Dahel is here for you to teach you all these things. You can register. But I know that for us to have joined this class is because we are probably in the data space or upcoming in the data space, or maybe we are in the. So I want to talk about the things I did, the way I did the transformation, how I wrote DAS, I created measures, created columns. Remember the first Power BI was open. Not okay. Now, like I said, remember I told you that because I know that I'm going to document these things. So I took my time to write all these things. So you can write them in Microsoft Word. You can write them in a paper, and then you have your picture so that when you now want to start documenting, it will be easier. So now, this is a folder in my system, my desktop, named Dahel Techies. So you see all these things are images. Yeah, all these things are images. Don't worry, I don't want to open them. All these things, those images you saw in that Microsoft Word, they're all images, but this one is an SQL script. This laptop does not have an SQL. That's why it's showing that way. So now let's upload. Let's upload my incognito. Let me come back home. Okay, we are home, and did my network log me out? Behavior. We are home, so they said I've made 3 contributions. I don't make them now. Don't try. At least there's a green here. 18th November. Today is 18th. There's a green here. So I created my first repository. I joined GitHub. Interesting. So now let's go. I want to create a new repository. So I will come here, come to your repositories, and then let's create. I clicked my repository. It's supposed to open up here. I would create it. I think it's loading. My network is slower. Good. So I want to create a repository. So I'll create new. Now, the name of my repository, my project is a sales analysis or sales performance. So because this is another name, which is not my username, so it will know that it is just a normal repository. It is not a README profile. You get, look at what came out. Great repository names are short and memorable. That's what came out. Your new repository will be created as sales performance analysis because that's the name. So if I had put AB Digital Sports here, the name, what it would tell me will change. It would tell me that a README profile has already been created with that. I believe we understand now. So description is optional, but you may want to describe it. Let me just describe it. I can say the description is this thing that I have here. I can, should it be? Let me just copy something. Can just paste it here. This is a project that shows my ability to collect data from adventure and analyze with our BI. So I'm going to make it public because I want everybody to be able to see it. If I make it private, that means I'm the only one that will see it. So add a initialize this repository with add a README file. Yes, it's very important. A README file is now the place we'll be able to use to write. Choose your license. I don't really know so much for this add git ignore. Just leave it. It's saying that you choose the file not to track from your list of them. We want it, let it just track everything for us. So don't worry about this one. Choose a license. Sometimes I leave it as a none, but I don't really know. But most times I use MIT license, but honestly, I don't even understand why all these licenses are here. General public, I don't really know. Maybe this is a research on my part, but I've seen many people use MIT license and I didn't ask and I've not Googled it, but basically sometimes I leave it as none. So you can just leave your license as none. Then there is what is known as branching, main branch and all those branch. That is when you are committing several. Those ones is usually more for the developers. So we are good to go. Our repository name is here. It's on public and I've added a README file. So let's create a repository. Let me check if my community people are still hearing me. Please, can you still hear me? Use an emoji. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Are you understanding?
Yes, so
Create repository Nigerian network free me. We are still waiting. Oh, see now, it is creating repository. Yeah. Let's wait a little. This is taking time, but let me be patient with it. Let me be patient. Repository. I said the person already has a project the person kept somewhere.
Hello, good evening, ma'am. Please, can you just send us the link to your profile, maybe on the group, so that we can just follow you, learn from your portfolio and the way you are running things. Thank you very much, ma'am.
If you don't have the one kept somewhere, maybe you can just. There's not.
Hello, ma. Hello.
Please no. This is.
I think we lost you. We can't hear anything. I can't hear anything. Let me speak for myself.
I think she's still there. It's just the network. The repository she's trying to create. It's not going through.
It's telling me it already exists. You see, maybe that one it was created. It's just performance analysis.
I guess
Hello, ma.
it has been created here, I guess.
Please, is there a way someone can delete a repository they created?
Did I stop? Please, where did I stop? Looks like network kicked me out.
You're trying to create a new repository.
Okay. Which I named sales performance. So it has created it. And let's just see how it looks like or how it is. Emmanuel Vitus, your hands are raised up. Do you have any question? Okay, I may have to close this one. We are done with this one. off my camera. I think I'm having network issues, so that my network will be better. Emmanuel, please ask your question. Your hand is raised up. And this thing is still loading. Okay. Having network issues. Emmanuel, you can't hear me. Nina Michael Obasi, ask your questions. Your hands are raised. Cyprian, are you here? Can you hear me?
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Okay, I was wondering.
Can
Their
you hear
hands are
me?
raised,
I'm
but
here.
they're not
Okay.
answering. Yes, I heard you. Their hands
Okay.
are raised, but they are not answering. Okay, we were trying to create a new repository. I named sales performance. Yes. I wanted to show us how to upload this thing, but oh, fine. Come back. So remember when we were creating the repository, after the place we put the name of the repository, you saw where they put description, and I copied something and typed. Look at where it came. It came to this about side. So you're saying this is the project
We
that shows
can't
my
see your
ability
screen now.
to blah, blah, blah.
Sorry,
Now,
you're not sharing your screen, please.
Sorry. Can you see now? Can you see now?
No, not
Not
yet.
yet.
It's not up yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Can't see.
Nothing. We cannot see your screen. No. We're not able to see your screen.
What about now?
I guess we could see,
Not
but
yet.
it's just blank. It's just
Mm.
blank. Is that your screen? I don't know.
Is it Microsoft that is showing? What about now?
It's not showing anything still.
What about now?
Yeah, it's blank.
It's blank.
And this thing was being recorded though. It was being recorded. So I've stopped sharing. Let me share again. Is my screen on my window? Let me just share my screen on my window. Screen.
Your video is off.
Can you see now?
Okay.
Yeah, I was having
it's coming up now. Yes, it's a...
okay.
It's,
See the video
it's
that
like
is
the screen
making
is hanging.
have network issues. I'm thinking I'm having it. Can you see it now?
Not yet.
Can you see my screen now? Have I should come my video back?
No, at all. At all. I cannot see your screen now.
God, I beg you.
It's still blank.
It came up earlier, but it was like on a small screen which needed to be opened well. But now it's no longer showing again.
What about now?
Not yet.
It's not
Not yet.
Nah.
Still blank. Still blank.
Is it my village people? I hope we don't have foreigners on this call.
They are here.
See this. My camera is on. But you can see my camera, right? You can see my video, Rabi. So it's just the screen.
If you could tell us what you
Yeah, it's
see
the
on your
screen that is
end,
left
we'll
now.
know.
Okay, it's
okay,
coming up
now
now.
I think
It's
you're
up.
back. Yeah, we got you back.
Is it up now?
has gone off again.
No, it's not.
So sorry.
Okay,
I
it's
guess
up now.
maybe
It's up now.
okay.
Hey, it's
Oh,
gone. It has gone. Gone back.
I guess maybe you kindly
Okay, let me
disconnect
leave and come
and
back again.
reconnect again. Yeah, I
Let
think
me
that's the
leave and
best thing
come
to do,
back
please.
again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can you see now?
Yes.
yes.
Yes, it's up now.
Okay, let's go back to. Let's go back. Okay, so remember we now have two repositories. They are here. This is the README, and this is the sales performance that we just created. I think everyone understood how we created the sales performance. So I can choose to click here, or to repository and then click. So it's the same thing, but let me just click here. So it will take me to this one. So what I only have here is just the title. Remember that it is the title when I'm filling the repository name. That's the title. And then because I ticked a README file, that's why we have this README file, which I can edit and I begin to type in things. And then I said this is a project that shows my ability, blah, blah, blah. Remember, I copied this. So that thing as under description is the same thing you're going to see in about me. So now let's begin to be, because I have image. Okay, if you want, sorry, let me see where. If you want an image to be shown, let me just show us what I have done and what we are going to do. This is sales performance, right? Sales performance. Okay. This is on my GitHub. I've already done this project. This is my GitHub. You see how beautiful it is with all the wonderful things. So these images cannot be on GitHub if I don't attach it as a file. So all these things you see here, they're files. So that is what we are going to do. So now we are going to add files. You see files, add files. Remember I said that you are going to have where all your images are saved. So we are going to upload. We are not creating new files. We are uploading. So just the normal way we upload documents. So you want to choose your files. Then I have a folder where I saved all the documents. So let me just highlight all the images. All the images. Even this one. And they're going to load. There are 12 of them. So let them load. Because we are dealing with codes, it's important that when you're naming your images or any of your files, put spaces in between the names. If you check, you see automated model, there's no space. Customers view, there's no space between customers and view. But to make it readable, Cyprian, please help me and mute that person so that I don't walk down through and then my screen becomes an issue. So to make it readable, you make the first letter to be in capital, you make the next one to be in capital. So I think all 12 should have uploaded by now. So they've uploaded. What I'm going to do is I'm going to commit changes. When I commit these changes, it's just like Control S, just like you're saving. Yeah. So it's processing my file. While I'm adding the images, first of all, is because I need the I need the files. So anything I'm going to be talking, I'm going to be making have all these files uploaded. So now we need to begin to tell our stories. So I'm going to edit. Remember, I told us that thing is editable. Now we are now in the markdown. We are now in the using the markdown language. Remember, the 1H is the heading. So I can now choose to make another heading. I can say project description. Let me just copy it the way it is here so that we're going to go very fast. What I have here is okay, a picture. I attached a picture before I went for introduction. Okay, let me attach the picture. Can I even remember how we attach pictures again? Father Lord, help me. And analyze with data, full stop. Let me just copy these things because I made mention of the picture. Can say this picture is gotten from free pics. Yeah, it's good to give credence to people's work when you use them. Okay, so now it's time for me to add the picture. So to add pictures, I think you're going to do an exclamation mark, and then you put the name of the picture inside the square bracket. So the picture I want to use, okay, here another thing is you need to open a second this thing so that you can be referencing. You can be referencing what you're doing. So this is where we are. I need to come back here so that I can be referencing. You're going to understand what I mean. Now, the image I need, look at this first one. I cannot go back to get all those files. So that's why you open another page. Now, what I want to put there is a page of that salesman, the person that is selling. So the name of this thing is salesman. Be careful. Only S is in capital letter. There is no space and it's a JPEG. So you have it as sales.jpg. I can just copy it so that when I'm putting the exact thing, if not, it will not work. So I'm going to put inside this bracket. See what I did? I put an exclamation mark, a square bracket, and then the name of the file. Let's preview and see whether it will show. It's wrong. It will not show. Is it like this again? How did I even do this thing? Let me Bible my this thing. My documentation.
You can quickly look at the other one as a reference.
Yes, I can. But yeah, I want to show us how to solve this problem. I think I have my documentation. Did it close? I was showing us where we could get our, yeah, somebody has got the gist. Somebody has got the gist. I will need to edit this thing. Somebody has got the gist. I love smart people. Okay, the square bracket first, then the other one. You see, somebody has got the entire gist. Okay, so the square bracket comes first, then you put this. So this is a standard. The standard. So once I do that picture is going to load. See, the picture is going to load. Let me get to that GitHub documentation. Let me show us how to get it so that you. I think there's a little challenge. Accept. There's a little challenge. The challenge is this is no longer recording. Okay, it's recording. Thank God, but it's going to be in two faces. With three. Okay, fine. Since it's recording, no problem. This is not like this now. No, it's supposed to be writing with GitHub. Basic writing and formatting syntax. I think this is it. Okay, let's go ahead. So we've succeeded in putting the picture. We come back to edit. The next thing is supposed to be a header to talk about what's the next thing we're talking about. To talk about introduction. Let me just copy these other things. Control C. So I can use double this thing. Talk about introduction. See, while immediately just put a double this thing, it knows that it is you're trying to make it bold, a higher this thing, a higher heading. So automatically it changes for you. So I just copy instead. Then this disclaimer, I want to make this word bigger. Remember that I have explained this thing. So you can use the hash. I think one hash we'll see the work of the hash. It makes it to be an exclamation mark. It has already done it for me. 2 hash. What does 2 hash do? 2 hashes will make it bolder. Yeah, so we can always preview, but for want of time, we may just be going ahead. So look at it, disclaimer. I may just want it to be in italics. Okay, I can put colon. So that beauty of it is that you can see what you're doing. You can see the way it's showing. If it's not what you want, you change it to what you want. Okay. After disclaimer, the next thing is problem statement. I can still copy and come and post. Iron arrow sign. Iron arrow sign. Yeah. Maybe shift again. Shift 3. Hell. It's like these dollars. They hungry me well. These dollars have been doing since. Okay, this is problem statement. Problem statement. So let me paste. Problem statement. Okay, I had already written it. Fine. The next one should be data source. Data source. Okay, excuse. I said we used before skills. Control C. So that is just it though. Where the main work is when you are doing the project. So that you'll be screenshotting and writing out the most important thing, getting all your links prepared. So that when you just come here, you do more of copy and paste and all that. So here I was saying that you can find the link to installation. But let's say we have a data from this superstore data. It's a common data. It should be in cargo. Okay. Tableau community has it. Will they allow me? And let me see cargo. Anyone that allows me, it's fine. Fast. One of you load fast. Okay, I just wanted to pick the link. I wanted to show us how to pick link in case maybe a data set you got from an online platform. You can always pick the link. Okay, while that is loading. Okay, while that is loading, if I click download, this data set is going to download as I think an Excel file. So you may want to just copy this link. You may want to copy this link and come back here and tell us that you can find the link to get. I can just say you can find the link to your data here. Remember the way we did on the GitHub README, the place that you want your this thing to be. Maybe you want this here. Once they click here, that here should take them to that place. That is where you will do your square brackets. Then the link where you want people to come to, that is where you put in don't know the name of the other bracket. Let's just preview and see. Yeah, it's working. If you click, let me close this bracket. See that once you click this thing, it must take you there. We are here now. Hey, did I do what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I... We actually here. The link is working, but I did not commit changes. So I
Can't you go back? You can go back now. Yeah, just use right click to open a new tab.
Let me copy all the. I'll just put the pictures. This thing is not responding. It's not even responding to me. Not responding. Responding. I lost it. I just knew that I had gone. Immediately I clicked on that link, I knew I had gone out. So it's when I add more thing that doesn't respond. So people, let's do it again. Let me add the pictures. That picture is a salesman. Make sure it's salesman.jpg. Let me confirm the name because salesman.jpg. Okay. Introduction. Anything I'll meet, just bear with me. We understand what is going on here, right? So just to give it extra feel. Okay. Problem statement is a header. The goal is blah blah blah. Okay, I told us to put data. It was data we were doing first. Told us to put the data source first. To make the data source heading. Okay, another thing is this. This is the main sales performance analysis, the title. So it should be the only one that has this big header. This other one, you just have like a all of them not be shouting at the same time. So the data source can get the link to download the data. See, right now, any mistake, let's just do the mistake. Here is going to be then we're going to put the link. Let me see. And skills and concepts. Okay. I can even shift all these ones. So I don't think there's anything new again that I have not told us because we've known how to put table images. So this one is data transformation. I'll just put these things randomly because I think by now we know what we are here. So, and I really wish someone would that already has existing project. Okay, the tables are viewed at there's an image of the customer table. I think I have okay, customers view. You put exclamation mark. You put these ones. Yes, so a programmer, Divo, this small thing you're doing is programming language. Then customers view, customers table, date table. We can put all these things now. We've learned to them. What I want is what is it called? How to put table. Okay, compared to tables. All these ones we know them. Why I'm saying we know them is the same way we put images. I've already said all these things. So if you are looking for me to share this documents with you, there is no need. My GitHub there, you can copy and you can see all the information there. So where I want to go to is how to put this table. Just like I've ever forgotten that thing. Here is this is my main work, right? Okay, yeah, this is my main work. See the way the table looks like. So now in data analytics in using Power BI, immediately you transform your data. We have I don't have this laptop. I don't have Power BI installed here. There are many things I don't have. This is a very new laptop, barely 2 weeks old. So I don't have most of these things yet, and I used most things online. So, but if we're using Power BI, we have three views. We have the report view, we have the data view, and we have the I've forgotten the last view. I think the modeling view. Okay, I think it's report view, data and modeling. Yeah. So on the
Yes, you're correct.
modeling view, immediately your data comes in, Power BI will just arrange it anyhow for you, So it's you that understands how or what you are building on Power BI, like the kind of relationship we want to create. I know that we understand if we are Power BI users, we know that you need to create relationships so that by the time you're creating your KPI, they will speak to one another. So for me, I don't take the automated modeling that Power BI gives me. Instead, I create my own. So that including that in my work makes you know that I know what I'm doing. So look at it in data modeling. I was telling them that the tables we automatically joined by creating relationship with them. Power BI does this intelligently. However, as someone that understands the data set, I want to get specific insight and information on how to create other relationships and measures to enable me. So I did another model. I created a star sigma that I had one fact table and 5 dimension table. Come on, anybody reading this will know that I'm not a beginner. It shows that I am using the technical terms. I know what I'm doing. So now this is the model I created with myself. That's why I named it recreated model. You see that this is my fact table, sales. So all these other things are speaking to my fact table. While this is the one that Power BI automatically gave me. That's why I named it automated model. So now this is a table. I'm comparing then a table. So you need to know how to put these images in a table. And I may have to do small practice here. I have to do small practice here. All these things are pictures. We've known how to do this one. So it's the data model I'm going to. Okay. We have their names. This is the recreated. You put this thing. My brother has given me shortcut now. So let me follow my brother and be stealing the shortcut. That'll be me teaching how to steal shortcut now.
At least you get shortcut now. We will never get.
Okay, so I named it recreated model, and you see, I use their name so that I will not miss out anything. I will not make errors. It's very important. Your naming parameter is very important. So what is here is let me just type it. You use tab, just use tab and shift. And I don't mean shift on your, as in I use tab so that the tab can enable you shift. Then I think where can you get this one? Who should help me again? Here, shift and hey, your
Is the
second,
button on top
depending
of
on you, the way
enter?
your keyboard is, you go find now. Enter
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, the
You,
button
you
on top
you
of
find
enter. I
it.
should have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you write the name of your order table. You write it and you go in. You click on enter. Then the next thing is you use a colon and then just put hyphen to anywhere you want to stop. The bottom line is let this line line, let this your line be uniform. Let what you're doing be uniform so that it will understand that it's a table. So that is just it. So by the time you finish with this, I think you need to close it. You need to close it with a colon. You need to close it with a colon. This one is not aligning. Okay. Then you now put the images. So basically these two, okay, let's test it. Let's preview it. These two things means that it is stable. Now, what do you want to be in the table? You want images to be in the table. That's why I put the image. But let's preview just this thing and see what it's going to look like. Don't laugh. Okay, you see, it's created the table for us. We created what anything. Why the second one created the table and put something in it. So you see, this thing is sweet too. It's not hard though. See, this thing is not hard. Just to understand the concept. It's not hard. So let me just delete this one. Let these tables be under. Yeah. So basically we are through. We are through. So it's just about your story, data visualization. I visualized visualization on your Microsoft. If you screenshot or if you use sniping tool, the quality of the picture may not be very wonderful. So what I do is I export or I save my file as a PDF. Then I now go online and look for what to help me convert PDF to JPEG. So immediately I upload the PDF, this thing, it will convert it to JPEG for me. Very neat, very clean. I don't do sniping tools in that one in my Power BI report. So I even went extra mile to tell them about the features of this report. Wait, let me see whether we can see it, because I don't have this thing installed in my laptop, but we can follow this thing. We can follow what I did here to trace it. Yeah, features of this report, blah blah blah. Hey, wow. Okay, I just noticed what I wrote here. I use this tool called the key performance. It's a key performance. It's not a tool, rather it's a chart. Key performance chart in Power BI. So I saw what I wrote here. For some reasons that I don't understand, maybe administrative reasons or the Power BI service, the key influential visual I used wasn't visible, or maybe allow for use from my admin settings. I tried to find the way, but could not. If I find the way, I will drop the link so that I can interact with the report. So I have on my Power BI desktop this what is it called? This visual showed, but when I exported it to Power BI service, it did not show. So let me see if I was able to later make people enter. Let me open in a new tab. If I later allowed people to interact with it. So you see, from GitHub, I'm taking you to of these things. Everything works. So to not even have all these things. If don't worry, let it open. If I click here on my distance to take it to LinkedIn, if I click here, it will bring you back to GitHub. That's the way I did it. There's even one analysis that I have that I did plenty drama. You just need to show that you know what you're doing. That's the bottom line. Let my Power BI load. And this is not to scare you to feel, I'm not doing much. I've not done this. This person has done like this. When will I get there? Rome was not built in a day. It's small. So in all my analysis, I like to have, okay, fine. In all my analysis, I like to have one page dedicated for my insights and recommendation. If you check, you will see it. So this is my first page. I told you if you click here, look at it, click here to follow link. Once I click, it will take me to my LinkedIn, but for want of time, I won't do it. If I click here, I won't do it. So this my system does not have Power BI installed. But what I did was I used Power BI service. So I don't know if we know how to do that. If we do a nice job, you should have a developer account that helps you to upload on Power BI service. Then in Power BI service, there is a way you set the admin center so that you can give your Power BI report a public view so that anywhere anybody is in the world, person can just from the link see what you have done and interact with it. Let's interact with it. See, everything is changing. I'm interacting with it. So anybody can interact with it. Yeah, can clear all filters. Everything here works. Yeah, clear all filters. If not cleared, clear all slicers. Okay, it is slicers, not all filters. It is not clearing yet. Yeah, it is not clearing yet. That's by the way. So we're on sales page. Can come to products page. Look at it ahead. That's what I was saying. That the product the key performance this thing is not working on the service. Yeah, this video is not supported in the following scenario. Live connected to SQL because I connected this one from SQL. I already know because also I didn't even want to share the link for public usage. But what can I do? Insights. This is my insights and this is my recommendation. So I try to make my work very, very not just beautiful, very interesting. So that's about that. Are we still here? 55 people. Child, others have gone home.
Yes,
Others have gone home.
Yes, we are here.
Cyprian, I know you'll be here. Okay. What new thing did I do? Think virtually no new thing. So let me just commit changes. So once you commit changes, it's asking you whether you're committing directly to the main branch. Yes, the main place I've done my thing. Extended description, I don't need it. Just commit changes. Let it save. Fine. So now I can no longer edit it changes, but I can always edit it much later. So yeah, this is where we stopped. I didn't do plenty things. So basically, this is how to upload your projects on GitHub. Remember that the main one I did not as just for one amount of time. Let me open the main analysis. See the main analysis or the images every. See the insights, though it is in the picture, but I still brought them out. Even the recommendation, I still brought it out. Woo! Nigeria has happened. Sorry, let me put off put this off. So you'll be seeing black all over. Yeah. So any questions so far?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Thank you so much. I have seen what you've done, and for those who doesn't have idea on how to work on Power BIs, are they from are they going to be lectures to teach them how to use the Power BI?
Yes.
Okay.
Dahel Techies is a we like call it a tech training academy. They have different tracks. I'm aware of the data analytics track, and I think I don't know all the tools they cover, but I know they cover Excel, Power BI, Tableau. So they're going to teach you if you register with them. So you can continue conversation with the registration with them. So by the time you learn how to do all these things, when you're not doing your projects, you know what you need from your project so that you'll be able to document. Now, because I'm someone that loves technology, I love to explore. I have another portfolio website and I abandoned this thing since January. I've not updated it. I built this one myself using Wiz. Is a free. Okay, yeah, there's free and there's a paid version. So I'm actually using the free version. That's why the name of the website is still having wizsite.com. But if I choose to upgrade, I think it will just be only my name and it will become my permanent. It's my website currently, just that everybody will know that I use Wiz for it. So we can actually build this, but the thing is, do we have projects? So I've not even updated the last project here. I've not even updated this my supermarket. This my performance, sales performance, even inventory. I literally abandoned this thing only on GitHub. So this one is too. It's just like your CV. Well, it's okay. So my time to build this thing, it took me 2 weeks, though not back to back. That's because I have an understanding of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So tomorrow I may. Okay, not I may. Tomorrow we'll see what we can build with. Then I will also look out for other one-page website builder that we can use. So this one now, while I use 2 of these websites, is for this one, this is a normal website. Someone does not need to have tech, maybe the recruiter in person. It's not every recruiter understands the whole tech thing. So this recruiter can just see this link and just read out, review more, and maybe just, I don't even know what I put there. Maybe to get to GitHub. I shall not say I need to play with my GitHub. You see, I connected it, everything is working. So even here, this one will take you to GitHub. Yeah, I hosted this one will take you to an article I wrote about this project. To make my things that if you need my GitHub links, you find everything there. If you need my personal portfolio link, you find everything there. If you need my LinkedIn, from my LinkedIn self, I'm not signed in. I'm not signed in. It may not go. Join review profile. Yeah, I need to read that. It will not go. But if from there's an echo. If you join me, if you have me on LinkedIn, if you come to I think this place, okay, look at his personal website. It will take you because external redirect behave now, redirecting in 3 seconds. Okay, 3 seconds, don't reach you. See, it brought me back to here. But I think I put my LinkedIn. I may need to check again. I thought it was my GitHub profile I put. I don't want to sign in, but it's showing me my personal website. But I think it was my LinkedIn I put. I'll still check again. So basically, that is it.
Hello?
So when we come tomorrow, we would, yeah, I can hear you.
No, I
Who's
also have a
speaking?
question.
Yeah, because before we
Okay.
continue, Amarachi, hi everyone. We see here.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
please.
Okay,
Yes,
so
we are. We are, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes,
I
we
Yes,
just
are.
here.
joined. Awesome. I just joined to see how the class is going, and then I think normally we wouldn't want to pass 3 hours. This is like from the record in here is 2:25, 2:28 rather, 2:28 hours. So in 2 or 5 minutes we should be in 2 minutes rather. We should end the marriage. You so much. I just joined and I heard a question about those who are yet to take Power BI and maybe data visualization. If you are just joining, because the class is open to the public, I understand that there are so many people who have not taken data visualization courses. It is very important you participate in this portfolio creation class to give you the leverage you need to start paying attention to what you are going to be learning in your Power BI course. And if you are already enrolled with Dahel Techies, good for you, because after this course, you are definitely just either continuing your class or putting into practice immediately what we are doing, or both, really. So just take notes. The recording is going to be available to only our students. If you are joining from the public and you want to have access to the recording, you just let us know. If you are joining it from the public, and we recommend you attend tomorrow, keep notes as much as you can. For our students, you definitely have the recording and to know what Power BI, like I said, Tableau and visualization tools are. All you need to do is, stay put and then hopefully put into practice what you've learned today when that time comes. I don't know,
Sorry.
Marachi, do you want to take one last question or?
Before there's any other question,
just
sorry to
one last
interrupt.
question because
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
let's go ahead.
The recording which I have seen is usually audio, just like what you've done now. I know it's going. Being in the class, yes. Listening to it, yes, is okay. But is it possible you screen record?
Are you
Because it
talking
will give,
recording or yourself?
not for myself, like if you're, I don't know if it's possible, if there is any means you could screen record so that you, one can be guided, like following the steps while you're doing the practical, because sometimes you can actually forget on, oh, what am I supposed to click? What am I supposed to do? But if you have the video, that can guide you a little bit more.
I think this recording, I may not understand clearly what you mean, but I think this recording from our side is actually audio and video. Everything you've done today, you are going to see it. You again, all you need to do is to practice. But maybe you are talking
Okay.
about screen record. Screen record it's basically an app, and I'm not really a software like Microsoft or Microsoft Teams or Zoom. So it's an app where if you are playing a video, you want to have that video on record, so you can screen record. Microsoft
Yeah,
Teams, Zoom, StreamYard, it's basically a software that enables you to record your meetings, really. So we don't need to screen record. It's already on record. So when we send the record to our students, access to everything that was discussed in class, assuming they miss the class or they just want to, rewatch the session and practice what was taught. Know
okay.
if that clarifies.
Sorry, in a clear term, what you're trying to say is that the recording you will be sending out is going to be in my video.
Yes, it's going to be visual
Okay.
and audio.
All right. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt as well. Please, this is an alumni, Mr. David. Good evening. Nice to be
Awesome,
here.
Mando.
Yes, I don't know if I could also get the record. I don't know if you consider getting
If you're an
across.
alumni and you are in any of our WhatsApp groups on then or Slack channel, then you'll have the recording.
Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome.
Okay, before we go, just 1 minute information. I was already rounding up. So as it is hot, go and build your README profile on GitHub. I would like to see it tomorrow. If you don't have a project yet, it's fine. But I need you to write your profile, your README profile, so that we see it. With image, describe yourself and all that. Create that first repository. So definitely, when you do it, screenshot it and post it in the WhatsApp group, so that we'll know that truly you have done it. So that's the assignment we are going to do between now and the next term.
Awesome. Please remind Kasora to add you to the different groups, Amarachi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can also join the Telegram group just in case you want to check that out. Just join the channels where the student. So if you want to check them out, but I'll be happy to see someone from the class share their screen and talk about what they have done tomorrow. You can give them that opportunity.
Yes, I will.
Awesome. think I can stop the recording now, can I?
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Thank
But I
you.
hope we get a recording today so we can go ahead.
Oh, you get the recording in like maybe 12 hours, could be less. But
Okay,
you
what
get it
about
before
us from
class. You get it before class
July
tomorrow.
cohort?
Pardon?
What about us from July premium cohort? Are we going to get the recordings too, sir?
Yeah, I think I mentioned so. So
Thank
you
you very
people
much,
are
sir.
enjoying things from Dahel Techies. I hope you are getting better. Is the money coming? Is the learning coming?
Yes, we're even improving on what you've taught us anyway.
All right. Thanks to Amarachi. Una got so far.
Is it
All
short
right.
soap or
See you
long soap?
tomorrow.
Yeah, the class was interesting. Thank